Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Dr. Marnie. Today, we are going to walk you through the 5 shifts to total balance and transform in menopause. This is going to show you the how to on weight loss despite your hormones, ending mood swings that can be uncontrollable, and gaining total body confidence. Okay, let's get started. Are you ready? You may want to take some notes later, so grab a pen. But first, who this is for women that are suffering with hormonal symptoms in perimenopause or in the heart of menopause. If you are struggling with menopausal symptoms that includes weight gain, insomnia, fatigue, brain fog, mood changes, and of course those lovely hot flashes, this will be the best 45 minutes that you have spent on your health here. So, in the next 45 minutes, here is what we're going to cover. How to get rid of that spare tire and extra weight on the hips, and finally get that lean, toned body that you want without exercising more and more each day. How to completely let go of mood swings and irritability that has been creeping up in your relationships. Most women feel that for no reason these moods are coming and going, but I am going to show you where that is coming from, and better yet, why they are taking over. I'm going to show you today how to balance the blood sugars and the challenges with insulin and those cravings when the hormones are changing, and know exactly what your body needs in nutrition without the fad diets, fasting, paleo, keto, and all those latest and greatest plans. How to finally get a full night's sleep, waking up every morning feeling refreshed and rested and relaxed. I am even going to share with you how this is so important for so many parts of your health, but mostly how this can rev up your metabolism, how to banish brain fog, and the many of women that complain of the after the hormones that start to change, and explain how your mental health is related to these key hormones. And best of all, I'm going to show you how to reignite that sex drive by testing your hormones and balancing your body naturally the way that it should be. So here's my promise to you. I am going to give you a step-by-step strategy to get your best body of your life after menopause. This may seem crazy and not possible to some people, but I am here to tell you it is possible. I'm going to show you here. But just first, a few house rules. This is simple. I am not a rocket scientist here, but it does take work. You need to earn the rewards of doing the work. Does this sound like you? Do you struggle with your sleep every night, tossing and turning most of the nights, starting the next day feeling more tired than when you're actually going to bed? Do you hate the fact that you can't control your weight and that the clothes that used to fit really great are now embarrassingly tight? Do you wish that your sex drive was better and worry that it's causing a rift between you and your partner? Do you struggle to control your emotions and lash out at the people that are closest to you only to feel guilty afterwards? Are you hoping that one day your brain would be clear again, that your memory will be great again? Are you worried that you will be stuck with this brain fog and that there's nothing that you can do about it? Are you worried that those embarrassing day sweats and exploding hot flashes will never end? And are you secretly worried that menopause is taking over you and there is nothing that you can do to stop it? If it sounds like you, then I have good news. None of those things are the real problem. Those are just the symptoms. The real problem is that you haven't made the shifts, and we are going to talk about those shifts here. But once you make them, you will feel amazing. You are going to have energy like none other. You will jump out of bed in the morning and feel rested, refreshed, and ready to go the way that it should be. You will be operating at 110% all day, every day. Your body will be finally working for you instead of against you. You can let go of all of that frustration of years of uphill battles. You will not only fit in to your old clothes, but be able to buy slimmer fitting ones and feel great going out with your friends again. You are going to look at your partner intimately with a glowing heart and feel connected once again. And your brain will be clear and concise. You will remember things easily. Your memory will improve again. And best of all, you can control your moods. You will be feeling calm and collected, vital and happy again. So let me take a few seconds and tell you who I am. My name is Marnie Walkler. I am a doctor of naturopathic medicine. I have studied with the experts in the field of hormones extensively. I have seen hormones for thousands of women. I have 14 years of experience working with women in their hormonal health. I have helped women live their best lives, changing the trajectory of their pain into where they were thriving. While I was working in clinic with all these women, I discovered the 5 shifts. Gradually, I learned over the years from the women that were successful and able to eliminate hot flashes, weight gain, fatigue, the ongoing symptoms, and transform in menopause while sailing through menopause. There were 5 key things that I observed that you must make to take your health to the next level. This will eliminate the symptoms of menopause forever. Now I am going to walk you through them and share them with you. The first shift is we need to focus on the root of the problem, not the symptoms. The oral contraceptive pill and hormone therapies are not the answer. Many doctors will use hormones to cover up the symptoms of menopause, but actually this just suppresses your hormones from being produced on your own. The claims of the use for low-dose oral contraceptive pills in women over 35 provides a stable hormonal environment. This can also act to manage the irregular periods, hot flashes, and night sweats. But this is just a cover-up. This will not fix the symptoms. it actually only suppresses the symptoms. It tricks your body into thinking that you have enough hormones, and therefore your body will stop making your own hormones. The oral contraceptive is made up of 17 different isolates of estrogen. Every woman only has 3. These 17 different isolates are not recognized by our body, and they're produced and extracted from pregnant horse mare urine. I don't know what we were thinking, but what was your body supposed to do with those extra 14 hormones? The literature states that the oral contraceptive has side effects of spotting and bleeding in between periods, headaches, nausea, breast tenderness, weight gain, and mood swings. These are the very things that you're wanting to reverse. How is this supposed to help women? This will only delay the menopause and elongate the process of shifting into and through the transformation. It will also create more storage of hormones in the fat, making it more difficult to lose weight. The fat will then become a hormone building machine that will build and create an uphill battle. That spare tire is not just fat, it's fat with active hormones. And in that, they're robbing your body of a normal, healthy metabolism. But if you're able to get control of this without the use of synthetic hormones, this will be easy breezy. With menopause and the oral contraceptive of 17 different isolates of estrogen, I often see day in and day out the anabolic hormones building fat and creating that apple body shape and spare tire. It just simply does not need to happen. I wanted to tell you about Tamara. Tamara had started the oral contraceptive 5 years before I met her. Her weight started to build and gain slowly but surely. And after the 5 years, it ended up that she had that extra 15 pounds around her waist that she was not able to get rid of. So we did some testing. We found out what her hormone profile was. We saw the imbalances and we corrected them. And we took her off the oral contraceptive. In the short term, she was able to get her metabolism moving again, where it had been totally stuck before. She was that person that was at the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours every day, sweating it out, restricting her foods and calories to make it actually work for her. It was an uphill battle. Overall, she lost that extra 15 pounds and that spare tire and got her best body after menopause. To be honest, the oral contraceptive and hormones can create so much hope for women, but they are not the answer. This is old school and simply does not work. It creates havoc on the body and delays menopause. So let's take a look at shift number 2. Stop the madness of counting calories. The paleo diet, calorie restrictions, those are all not the way to lose weight in menopause. You don't need to eat less and less or only eat protein to lose that spare tire. It just can't be sustained. And the more you restrict the diet on a long-term basis, and the severity of it creates a rebound effect in the diet when you do reintroduce normal foods. You will gain all that weight back and more. with the hormones in a deficient state in menopause, it creates an anabolic metabolism. You build and build. You build fat and you build muscle, but you build, and the mass is not what women want. So as you restrict calories, it can in fact slow down the metabolism and make it even harder to lose the weight. Balancing the hormones and the blood sugar volatility are the key. It's just like the feast and famine diet. If you restrict your foods and you get so hungry at the end of the night, you end up eating more. So in this, I use the Combo F method. What do I mean by that? That is fat and fiber. A diet high in fiber and fat has been proven to being a blocking agent to help control the blood sugars and stabilize the moods. When you eat these foods, it supports your appetite in a good way, and it prevents actually other risk factors like cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and insulin resistance. Now, you might be thinking, is too much fat bad for me? The answer is no. Actually, too little fat and fiber in the diet has been over commercialized and processed foods where there's low fat and no fat options everywhere. These are the very things that are causing higher amounts of diabetes in our culture. We have more instances of irritable bowel syndrome popping up everywhere due to the highly processed foods where there's lower fiber in the day-to-day diet. Now, obviously, there's a little more to it than just eating fat and fiber, but this is one of the key steps. So you don't need to try so hard by restricting foods and following the paleo fad diets and making your blood sugars even more volatile. The insulin surge can predict that the key is in the macros of the diet. You need to think about the fiber and the fat. That's healthy fat, not cheeseburgers and French fries. Taking into consideration the changing female hormones and balancing it so that fasting is not your answer. It just simply does not work. Does that make sense? I wanted to give you an example of this. I see it weekly, if not daily, in my clinic. But Debbie is a fantastic example. She's a 43-year-old mother of two, and she had the idea of modified fasting. Pretty good idea. It will restrict calories and potentially put you into the fat burning mode. All in all, it makes sense. But what was happening is that she was restricting so severely that at the end of the day, she would overeat because she was ravenous. And she ended up feeling ashamed that she could not control her eating despite all of her greatest efforts. Can you relate to that? After working on her blood sugar imbalances and what she was eating, when she was eating, she saw a huge decline in her appetite. She actually ended up eating less calories in a whole day than she was doing in the binging at night. You don't need to be ashamed of this. It's just a fact. The hormones do not work for you at this level in menopause, where food restrictions will make things worse. So we balanced her diet, had her eating regularly throughout the day, certain foods, and she felt satisfied at the end of the day. She wasn't overeating and felt ravenous anymore. She started to see movement in her metabolism, and She's losing weight as we speak. Okay, here's my secret weapon: comprehensive functional testing. This is where the secret weapon comes in. This is where I share with you how to get your body back on track. Comprehensive functional testing is the most powerful way to look inside your body and see what's actually going on and unfold the why and what's needing to be balanced in your hormones again. If you don't balance this out, it will continue to accumulate fat and muscle mass, giving you a spare tire or an apple body shape that will be an uphill battle the rest of your life. If you don't get on top of this now, it will be harder and harder every year you let it go by. So what needs to happen for your metabolism is to be altered and get the weight loss on your side. The old way is to suppress your hormones with the oral contraceptive, throw in some extra supplements, and guess what support that you actually need. Wild yam, black cohosh, all these things, I've seen it. But you don't really know what your body's doing inside. The old way is to sweat it out at the gym for hours upon hours, just hoping that you might get your magic budging number. You can often see results just being delayed and delayed after an hour of weights and a half an hour of cardio, 5 and 6 days a week, just killing yourself at the gym. This is not the way out. And the old way of using fasting and paleo eating and counting calories just simply does not work. The new way is using comprehensive functional testing to look at your individual needs, testing over 30 hormones to individualize each treatment approach and give you exactly what your body needs when it needs. We can look at progesterone, testosterone, DHT, DHEA, 4-OH and 2-OH estrogens, looking at ratios of metabolites of estrogen and the cortisol rhythm. It's so important to be able to see on the inside. If you don't balance this out, the weight will continue to accumulate and that spare tire will get worse. Your sex drive will continue to decline and soon you'll be battling with the apple body shape. But if you get on top of this now, you can have your best body after menopause than you did before. So just a quick recap here. So now at this point, we know that we must find the root of the problem, not to sprinkle on some oral contraceptives and cover up the symptoms. We need to understand what's going on. We can use the double F method to balance the blood sugars, that's fat and fiber, to be able to keep control of the insulin and prevent type 2 diabetes and all of the cardiovascular concerns. And using the secret weapon of comprehensive functional testing to unveil the imbalances in you. Now, let's look at how to leverage your sleep and turn it into a fat burning machine. Yep, that's what I said. A full night's sleep is like a fat burning machine. The hormone response of disrupted sleep causes an increase in the hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is the main hormone that disrupts our sleep, causes blood sugars to be up and down like a roller coaster, and puts fat in the central area called the spare tire. If we don't regulate this, the spiraling effects of lack of sleep, mood changes, and weight will build and build. But if you change this now, you can stop it from happening. The first thing that we need to do is support our liver. Our liver cleans up all of the toxins that we've ingested and inhaled throughout the day, throughout the years, and it just accumulates over the years. By cleaning up the liver and its intake, we can give liver helping agents and modify the diet to get you into a great night's sleep. Using comprehensive testing and its results, we will know what your cortisol circadian rhythm is doing, and we can determine the high and the low and the support that you actually need. With your cortisol up, increased weight, disrupted sleep, it increases more of the cortisol to be secreted. We need to stop this from getting out of control. I had one patient, Stacy, that came to me. She had been suffering with menopause and perimenopause symptoms for 8 years until she came to see me. She had insomnia quite severely, as a reflection, weight gain, fatigue, and brain fog. Her moods were all over the place. She felt terrible that she was taking out all of her frustrations on her partner and children. Of course, she would talk to them and say, "I'm sorry," but it didn't excuse how she was acting every day, day in and day out. So we did some testing. We corrected the cortisol imbalance that she had, and she started to sleep soundly again. Just the simpleness of getting a good night's sleep can create a cascade of beneficial, taking away that extra weight where it started to melt away. She was able to connect with her partner again intimately because she felt calm and controlled. She was able to connect with her partner and create that relationship that she had always dreamed about. So ladies, if you don't get this taken care of now, this will just get harder and harder to change. We have the opportunity now to move forward instead of falling back into status quo. Now is the only time. All right, so here's the fifth shift. Invest in your health. Evidence-based medicine is the way of the future. The idea that doctors are not even testing women before treating them is crazy. We can guess what the hormones are doing inside the body at the very least by the symptoms. But every woman's profile is different. I have sat in clinic with thousands of women over the years and saw their blood work. I can take a guess at what the underlying hormone profile may look like with the results that we can get from the clinic just by listening. But almost always am I wrong. Honestly, it's amazing. If we don't do the functional testing and find out what your hormone imbalances are and treat the specific hormone imbalances, you will never get to the place where you want to go. That new you, the leaner, toning body, the rested, relaxed, and clearly thinking you. Although the symptoms are the same, the hormone profile is almost always different. So we need to see what those results will be. and you don't need to navigate it alone. I have had 14 plus years experience and saw so many different profiles working with women. It takes real hard work to improve this trajectory. If you don't do this, it will result in obesity, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, not to mention type 2 diabetes. This is why you need to do this now. Find an expert. Get your hormones tested and correct the metabolism. You need to do this now. A mentor, an experienced mentor, will help you change the outcomes. If you invest in your health and find an expert, they will work with you on your mindset, the beliefs about what is possible, the quality of your ideas will create your actions, and what you actually do will result in the outcomes. Your health and your happiness depends on your mindset. To change an outcome, you need to change the mindset and the actions. The time is now to invest in your body. If you don't do this, it can result in obesity, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. This is why you need to do it now. Today I promised how to get rid of that spare tire and finally get that lean, toned body that you want without exercising more and more each day. How to completely let go of mood swings and irritability. How to balance the blood sugars and know exactly what the nutrition your body needs without the fad diets and the starvation strategies. How to wake up feeling rested and relaxed and ready to go for the day. And how to banish brain fog and get that spiraling of your mental health in control. And the best way to reignite your sex drive by testing your hormones and balancing your body naturally the way that it should be. This is what you need to win. A step-by-step plan to get your best body of your life after menopause. That synthetic hormones are not the answer to your prayers. You need to stop the madness of counting calories, and you need to use the secret weapon of getting your hormones on your side. You need to find a full night's sleep and turn that into a fat burning machine. And you need to invest in a professional that will guide you to optimizing your health. Now you have a choice. You can keep on starving yourself, exercising 2 hours per day, watching your body slide out of control. You can keep guessing what your body is needing to be balanced. And your weight will continue to creep up on you. And you'll need to buy yourself a full closet full of new clothes every year to adapt to that body shape. You may even end up with open heart surgery due to the obesity or the type 2 diabetes. Or you'll have to start taking medications for chronic disease. The emotional roller coaster of keeping etching at your relationships is going to create a rift between you and your partner. Or if you want to have the best body, feeling great in your skinny outfit and go out and command the room, able to go out glowing with your relationship and your partner. People be reflecting your smiling face of gratitude in life. Your body and partnership is going to be the best that you've had ever dreamed of. My team and I have set aside some time to talk with you. Whatever your biggest challenges are, we have seen it and know how to overcome it. We will get on the phone for over 45 minutes with you, and in this session, we will craft a plan to get you where you want to go. We will put together a step-by-step plan to get you clear about your hormone profiles, get you clear about your challenges with your hormones, and craft a plan about your goals. We will give you step-by-step actions for you to take, and the cost is absolutely free. But here's the catch. This is not for everyone. This is for people who want to get the results. You must be open and willing to take instructions. You must be able to implement 100%. You must be wanting to become your best self and be positive when you do the work, even when times get tough. This is for the people who want to do the work and get the best of their life after menopause. Well, you may ask, why am I doing this? I love giving back. I love to see women being empowered and being their best selves. I want to see you succeed. I want to see if you are a good fit for us. I want all women to recognize and step into their power. Plus, I know that you want my help to figure things out. If we're not a good fit, that's fine too. So what you need to do next is go to drmarnie.ca/apply and click on the button where you will see a calendar. Pick your best time to book over the next 48 hours. It has been so great to share this information with you today. I just want to share one last thing with you. I want to tell you about my client, Samantha. When I first started working with her, she was emerging on perimenopause. She had an autoimmune disease, and together we discovered that she had a deficient thyroid. She was worried about her hair falling out, always feeling tired and run down, frustrated and confused about her health. She had no idea where to start. After testing and treating her, in a matter of couple of months, her hair stopped falling out, she stopped gaining weight, her moods were regulated, and her hot flashes completely disappeared. Her sleep was improved immensely. She was so grateful that I was able to help her through this challenging time. She wanted me to be able to show you how to navigate this important time of your life and transform you into your highest self. Thanks so much for your time. Remember to go to drmarnie.ca/apply. That's drmarnie.ca/apply and book your breakthrough session here. Until we chat again, take care.